Hello YouTube. Hi, this is not orchids. My orchids doing fine, most of them anyway. I took a really long break. I'm actually doing great. I didn't have to be admitted into the facility in January because I'm actually doing better than expected, and the reason why is because I started gardening on food scale, not just my garden in the backyard, but I rented a community plot, an allotment, and I'm planning to grow my family's fruit and vegetables. And it's hard work. It's a lot of work. I'm trying to go 3 times a week. It made me able to leave my house, to ride my bike again, to be in public, and to deal with a lot more noise than I could 3 months ago. So I'm actually quite fine. What I'm doing, I went on internet and I found somebody that had a jam business, and they were giving away their pots and stuff. And what I'm doing is I'm going to boil them and sterilize them so I can make my own fruit juice, my apple juice, and fruit that I produce, or fruits that I can buy in season. And I'm going to make my own jams, and I'm going to can. But in Holland, in the Netherlands, we have a different canning system, and don't mind the mess and the dishes. These are Dutch canning jars, and I bought them about 10 years ago. I think I bought about 100 of them with a kettle and stuff like that, but I never used them to can. I always use them for food storage. This is my kitchen, and as you can see, it's kind of full with jars. And today I'm going to check which one are still viable to can in. I need to check all the rims and all the glass lids and all the rubber bands. So what I'm doing today is getting all my stuff in order and boiling and sterilizing all my pots and jars and bottles, and then I'm going to put them away. And then I got about €100 worth of seeds, and what I did is I marked them all on the month I need to sow them, and I'm a little bit behind. This is February. I need to sow this all inside and make room in my orchid room on my desk so I can put them in propagators, but I haven't given my orchids the tender love and care they needed. They get water, they get food on a weekly basis, but not as much as I used to. I used to spend like 16 hours with my orchids in the orchid community, and I haven't been online. I've been online on a different account, learning about permaculture, learning about gardening, learning about composting, and learning about canning. But I haven't made the step back into the orchid community because I'm really scared that if I go back to being full-time in the orchid community, watching other people's channels, watching other people's videos, commenting the long-winded post that I did, that I don't have time for my family. Because these last 2 months I've been able to cook. I cook again, and that's nice. That was always one of my big passions. And I'm starting to venture into baking bread. I have a lot of cast iron pans. Oh, don't mind the mess. And I bought a new cast iron pan so I can bake bread in them. I want to make artisan bread with a nice crunchy crust. And if you use cast iron, you get the nice crunchy crust. So I'm preparing for my bread making. I'm preparing for food storage. I'm preparing for growing my foods, and that doesn't leave a lot of time. Oh, and I also picked up laundry and cleaning the house. So I'm actually getting back on track, being myself again, being a full-time mom, taking care of my family. At the moment, my husband is not doing well. The minute I got a little bit better, he went into a big depression even though he denies it. He is almost at a burnout. So he needs a lot of time and a lot of love and a lot of cuddles and less responsibility. So I take a lot of responsibilities that I dropped last year. I'm taking them back, and one of them is the house and running the household. And then it's spending extra time with Cheyenne, and especially in the mornings, in the weekend, so he can sleep in. So yeah, that's why I haven't been online. I said I took December and January off, and I will start posting again in February, or I would have posted how I'm doing, and I haven't been doing that. I put everything. My house is a mess. I took everything out of the cupboards and trying to select what I want to keep. But a little update: my orchids are doing fine. Come on, focus. Look at that, nice buds, and the roots are doing okay. Actually great. Here's a plant that oh, I didn't see that. It busted, but it has a lot of new roots. My amaryllis had amazing flowers, but all my orchids, actually most, are doing exceptionally well. I really think the little bit of neglect goes a long way, because if you can see this one, you see that keiki? That had just one tiny tip of a root 3 months ago, and now it has a lot of roots, and this one is growing, and its leaf is growing, and it has new roots. That one that has fusarium is growing fine, making new side shoots, and oh, my orchids upstairs. I'm not gonna go upstairs, it's a ginormous mess. But the orchids there, I got another bud. Can you see that? Even that tiny one? It's making new flowers. My orchids that I got from Roger are doing well. The Phalaenopsis brontosaurus has nice flowers. I will put a insert picture here. Oh, and my Paphiopedilum and Phragmipedium that I got from Ed, they're doing amazing. The flowers are so beautiful. I already lost one. And it got a new one, and it's already growing a new one. I will put a picture here. It was in the bathtub because I moved everything into the shower to give it a spray down. And but I will post a few pictures of the flowers I got. My Brasidium shooting star flowered. It's very pretty. It had a whole spray of flowers, and I will put that one in there. And I just wanted to say thank you for all the people who stick by me, and I got a few messages the last couple of months asking how I was doing. Got a few new subscribers, and I wanted to say hi, I'm Rose. I'm Chaos incarnate, and so is my channel. I am still thinking about what should I post, because my channel name is Rose's Orchid Ramblings, and I do ramble a lot, but at the moment I garden. Oh, I will show you. I have a few videos about my garden, and my front yard is actually doing really well. I will show. I still need to cut that back, but all my narcissus and tulips and crocuses are coming up, and I got some more over here, and over there, and over there. I planted them in a line, and I planted a few sprays, a few pots over there. And that's my front yard. My backyard is still not completely done, but that's all the things I was doing before I quit or took a break. And we had a very nasty experience 3 weeks ago. The police came in the middle of the night and kind of shouting and with a flashlight, and got us out of bed. And we had a break-in. That night I was busy making my organic fertilizer. I was baking eggshells and banana peels to grind them up, and I burned them because I went outside and I forgot, and I nearly burned the house down. So I cleaned up the whole kitchen, and I forgot to lock the door. And there was a burglar. He took some stuff. he also went upstairs, and that's what really frightened me. So that's about 4 weeks ago. And that was really, really scary. And that knocked me back a little bit. And so yeah, that's what I've been doing. But I'm doing fine. I'm bouncing back. I am doing the things that I think are most important. And that's family first. And that's husband and child. And but I wanted to say, yeah, I'm doing fine. Not just because of the orchids. You specifically and the whole community took me out of my depression and learned me about taking care of plants and to having patience, and that made it able for me to study permaculture. And I joined a volunteer group in making a food forest. And after that, I rented a plot, and I think that it's fate. I think that everything happened for a reason. My gardening, my orchids, and my permaculture, and then the land, because it gave me a purpose. The orchids gave me, they learned me a lot about myself and about patience and about staying in the light. But it also gave me more skills and made it able for me to have a goal. Even though I cannot work, I can still contribute to the family. I can still grow our food. And even though I don't work in the regular sense in making money, I can contribute by growing our fruits and vegetables and living a healthier life. And that alone made me halfway there. I still need to go in the summer for a few months to another facility to deal with my perfectionism, to deal with some control issues, stuff like that, small stuff. My PTSD is doing okay. I am going to have therapy today. I'm going to hear if I'm going to have EMDR or not. They're going to see what the plan is, because there's actually a possibility that I'm doing so great that I don't need it. And I just wanted to say, I'm fine. Thank you for sticking by me. My orchids are doing fine. I lost a few, and mostly the ones that I deflosked. They don't like being watered once a week. So, but the rest are doing okay. So thank you for watching. If you stuck by to the end, thank you for listening to me ramble. Not to worry, I'm okay, I'm fine, and I will be back, but in a different form. I will show a little bit more of my garden, and I will show a little bit more of my veggies, and maybe canning, maybe recipes, maybe fermenting. It's gonna be more about Rose's new beginnings, my new life, and how it's taking form and how I'm doing, instead of just orchids. And I will name the titles, and if it's about orchids, I will put that in the title, and you can just watch the orchids. If you like to see how I'm doing, I will give you updates about my health. And if you want to see what I'm doing in my kitchen, what recipes I'm making, or what I'm growing on the land, I will show that too. And thank you for sticking by. Hope you're all doing well. I hope you're doing fine, and I wish you all a blessed day. Thank you for watching. Rose out. Bye.